you know, even if it wasn't that, it's just hard. And I think I'm proud of myself to keep going when it's hard. And yeah.
At what point was it that you decided that you weren't going to run for Britney and you
that was a long time ago. That was like in 2019. Like my first year out, I was going back and forth with my coach at the time. I was like, it's really hard to make a U.S. team. Like, I'm not sure if I ever, like, you know, it actually didn't work out because the guy I was emailing, he never responded. So it never worked out. But I made that first team that year. But yeah, it was back in 2019. That was a long time ago. So that's a long time ago. But yeah.
To run a personal best from lane 9 to make your first Olympic team, is that something that you could have envisioned?
Yeah, I think everything and more. I know. I feel like I do a lot of imagery, I do a lot of visualization. I feel like I imagine this moment and imagine me being here and being strong and competitive and doing it in lane 9, lane 8, lane 7, lane 6. Like, I think I've imagined this. So yeah.
How much did that race in Oslo prepare you for today? And I mean, was there anything?
No, 100%. You know, I think my coach said that, my agent said that. He called me, he was like, you know, that race in Oslo, you know, whether I like that lane or not, or whether I agree with the world ranking system or not, like, it does prepare you. And I think, you know, you look back on life, you look back, and every situation is preparing you for the next situation. So I'm grateful, you know, even though I may have not liked it, like, I think I'm grateful for the past experiences. And it teaches me different lessons, like, okay, like, you're going to be right next to people, you're going to be, you know, you're not going to see anyone. I just did this, I don't know, 4 weeks ago in Oslo. So, like, I'm grateful for even the hard stuff, even the weird stuff. Like, I'm just super grateful.
Before you PR in this late in your career? deep into your career, sorry.
Are you calling me old?
No, I didn't mean to call you old.
Don't call me old. Don't call me old. I'm only 29.
Yeah.
I'm 10 years. No, I just think just learning more about my body, learning what it can and cannot do, or taking off time when we need to. Like, I think I told you guys earlier, this the first round, I said I was hurt last year. I was dealing with injury last year, and we didn't get on the track till January, February-ish, and we took a lot of time off. A lot of rest and recovery, and, you know, like, it was hard dealing with the injury. I had about 15 PRP injections up until last year till now. I had like a sports hernia, and I had the injections in my pelvis, so probably the most painful injection I've ever had in my life. Shout out to Dr. Dyer for doing those injections. I cried every time. But if you imagine an injection going in your pelvis, it's super, super painful. I had about at least 4 of them there. So yeah, we took a lot of time off. A lot of pain I experienced with my injections. I'm just, trying not to cry, because now I think about those injections, and just like, it's been a long season, and my coach, like, I remember we were on indoor track and we were running, and I couldn't even run 28 seconds during the indoor track, and I was like, you know, I have to get these injections, I have to do this and that, and I'm like, it's so hard, like, it just feels so hard, like, you know, when you really want something, it just feels so hard, like, it feels like it's always something I'm fighting against. I feel like my own body sometimes. I feel like my own body is fighting against me. And I look back on that moment, and yeah, I'm just super grateful. You know, grateful to be here. You know, my mental performance coach asked me back in December, because I was having like really big doubts. I was like, I don't even know if I want to like really continue to go on with this season, because like, you know, injuries just suck. Like, I was like, you know, maybe I should just like come back next year and try again. And my mental performance coach back in December, she asked me, she was like, do you want to do this? You need to make a choice now. And I made that choice back in December, and you know, it's been transformational since then. So I'm grateful for my team, people, Megan, Dr. Dyer, Coach Johnson, MC, my sister, my boyfriend, like my mom, my dad, like my friends. Like, I have a great team of people around me to, you know, really push me and remind me of who I am, even when at my lowest point, even with injuries, even with health issues. Like, yeah, I'm just super grateful for my team.
You've made, you know, 3 teams between 2019, 2023, and then now. Do you feel like a veteran, even though you're still so young, right?
Yes and no. Like, I feel very track young, but I feel old, if that makes sense. Like, I'm 29, but I feel like I'm just starting to like get into like you know, what I can do in this sport, in this field. Like last year I PR'd in the 400. Every year I've been PRing in the 1, the 2, the 60, the 3, like in the 4. So it's like, I feel like I am just now like hatching out of my egg, like, hello, I'm here. So, you know, like, I guess I'm a vet, I would say. I've been here for a long time. I think people in the track world know who I am. But for me, I just feel like I'm just now sprouting out of my shell. So yeah.
Is there a big difference making an Olympic team compared to a world team for you, or is it just another notch on the belt?
I mean, obviously the Olympics is every 4 years, so obviously that's like the big difference. But like every U.S. team is hard to make, so you know, like it's a challenge to make every U.S. team. Olympic, world, NACAC, like it's a real challenge. So in that sense, no, because like every world championship or every U.S. championship is going to be a battle. So yeah, it's not really a big difference because it's hard every time. It's hard every year. Like I said, like the U.S. team, like I said earlier, I was like, I don't know if I want to even run for the U.S. because I was like, it's so hard. But yeah, so no, it's not really a big difference to me.
What do you think Coach might say to you? Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, thank you. I was just gonna say, before you were a sponsored athlete, you've talked about like working multiple jobs and supporting your athletic career. What does that mean to you today to qualify for the Olympics after all that you have put into this?
Yeah, I mean that was in 2019. I worked a lot of jobs. That was like one of my like the big stories that people were like kind of like attracted me to them or whatnot. But yeah, I'm proud that Brittany then would be proud of me now and everything that has changed and grown since then. So yeah, every year we're just stepping up.
I was gonna say, what might Coach Johnson say after this race?
He was super excited. He said this is the most executed race I've ever ran with him. He was proud of my start, proud of my finish, and my composure that I had throughout the race. So yeah, Coach Johnson, shout out Coach Johnson, Wiggy Johnson, that's my coach.
And you've been on the podium before, you know what it's like, you've been in finals. What do you think it's gonna take to get on the podium once again?
Just building on what we already have been doing, you know, being more composed, being more, I would say, what's the word I'm looking for? Disciplined in like the little stuff. Just asking yourself more these next couple weeks as we prepare. So, yeah.
Going back to your injuries.